Hi, and welcome to the Jenspiration Conversation. I am very excited to have you here. Whether you are a returning viewer, thank you very much. Whether you are brand new here, hey, welcome. You have reached a space that is for a collective of people who are drawn here. We talk all things spiritual, but we make it street. Street spirituality is the brand, and if that feels like you, then you have found the right place. A couple people have said to me, what do you mean by street spirituality? What I mean by street spirituality is it's grounded in reality. Like, we live on earth, right? And some spiritual concepts are really, really out there and they're a little hard to grasp. So I try to keep it street. Like, these are real spiritual concepts that you can incorporate and use in your everyday life. So today, my name is Jennifer. I don't know if I said that. Today is a follow-up video to one that I did a little while ago. So a little while ago, I did one called Tower Moments. What are they and why do we experience them? So the Tower card comes from tarot, and the Tower is something the universe sends you to shake up your foundation because they're seeing you live inauthentically. So they're like, we're going to send you a Tower moment, shake things up so that you can rebuild from a more honest place. So I will leave the link to that video in this video. But this part 2 is called mini towers. So usually when people think of tower moments, they think of big things: job loss, divorce, housing problems, bad health. Those are big things. But we can also have mini tower moments. And the reason I felt called to make this video today is because I am presently experiencing many mini towers. And I have started to see, and I know what they are, and I know why they're here. So, yes, the universe will send you large tower moments to shake things up, but they're also going to send you mini tower moments to make your life, for lack of a better word, uncomfortable, so that you will start to see things essentially their way. But their way is actually your way. Their way is your authentic way. So if you're, going about your life and you're kind of heading this way and they're like, could we just get you to come back to your authentic self a little bit more? They may send you a giant tower moment, but they might also send you mini ones. And I wanted to do this video to tell you what mini ones could be because I'm presently experiencing them. And it's this past weekend, it's really come full circle. And I had to stop and say, okay, spirit team, I get it. I know what you're trying to say. So here we go. And again, for anyone who's returning, I like to keep notes because your time is precious and you're not here to listen to me ramble. I really want to keep myself on track. So, mini tower moments. Here we go. Mini tower moments, again, are things that come into your life to make you uncomfortable, just to disrupt things a little bit. So there's 2 sets of them that are happening. There's a set of them that is happening with my current living environment, and there's a set that is happening with my work. So I'll tell you what's happening with my living environment. Okay, I don't want to get this all convoluted, but I started my own business 3 years ago. I sold everything I owned. I sold my house. I went all in on myself and I invested money into my business. And I have been working really hard to grow that business. And since that time, I haven't purchased another home because that didn't feel aligned to me. I felt called to just kind of rent. I have always owned houses and now I'm just renting, okay? But the renting market has become a bit of a struggle. So I stopped renting, and then I was like, let me stay in some Airbnbs and that kind of thing. So that kind of snowballed until I found this place. A lot of the rentals I were in were really short term. So I was moving and moving and moving and moving. I landed here. It's a friend of the family who owns this cottage, and he rents it from October to the end of May. And then he Airbnbs it for the summer months, because here on the Atlantic, in Atlantic Canada, we have beautiful summers. And I mean, look at this view. Like when the snow's gone, this is incredible. So it's advertised as a winterized cottage. It's not. I have froze all winter. The windows are drafty. The door doesn't close properly, and wind just like hurls itself in here. It's cold. It's very cold. It's not insulated. I froze all winter, and I kept going to bed trying to say to Spirit, like, look, two things can exist at the same time. I'm so grateful I have a more permanent place to live, but I can also say that this place is driving me crazy, okay? Like, I'm cold. Why am I cold? Why am I sleeping in a toque and mittens and full-on sweats in bed? Like, this shouldn't be happening. So then a couple of things started to break down. Then we had a big storm, and the screen door broke, and those screens broke, and this door is getting worse. So these are mini towers that Spirit is sending me because I'm not meant to stay here, because I was going to talk to the owner to see if he would forego a season and continue to rent to me. Like, that was my brain. I was like, let me just stay here because I feel settled here. No, Spirit has other plans. They're like, no, you're not meant to settle here. You're meant to keep going. And I'm thinking, like, Spirit, I'm going to be super vulnerable. I don't have a lot of money right now that I can be buying a house, because I have a business to run, and I'm starting to get this channel off the ground. And like, what am I supposed to do? So I've been really ungrounded. Like, I just haven't felt secure. So Spirit has been sending me these mini towers, everything going wrong, storms, the windows, the cold. Like, they're just like, we're not going to let you settle here because you're not meant to settle here. So I have been meditating on that and thinking to myself, okay, they are making me uncomfortable for a reason. Everything is happening and snowballing because I'm not meant to stay here. They want me to move. They want me to physically move. And I have to figure out what that looks like. Like, where do they want me to go? Like, where am I being called to go? What feels like the right place for me to go? And as crazy as this sounds, I think I'm meant to live in another country. I have been meditating on it, and I'm like, I think I'm supposed to move to a different country. I have been feeling like I have outgrown this current environment. I live in my just hometown adjacent, and I feel like I have outgrown, and this is no shade to anyone who lives here. Atlantic Canada is stunning, okay? But I've been here most of my life. I've been here my entire life. So I have outgrown the people, the same places, the same faces, the lack of things that I enjoy, like art and music, and like, I've just kind of outgrown this particular area. So I feel like that's what Spirit's trying to say to me is, we're not going to let you get comfortable in this housing because you're meant to be somewhere else. The reason that ties in with the second set of towers and how I'm putting the pieces together, because that's what Spirit does. But you have to be mindful enough to know what these signs are. Otherwise, if I wasn't awake, I would just be furious that this house is driving me crazy. But because I'm awake and I'm in contact with my higher self and my spirit guides, I know that everything is a message and a lesson, and there's something in it for me. Instead of just being like, this place is crap. Like, I don't sit in that energy. I'm like, okay, that happened, that happened, that happened. That's not a coincidence. Now let me bridge it to my next train of thought. The business that I own is an interior design and professional home staging business. So as a professional home stager, I own all of my furniture, couches, dining rooms, beds, sheets, decor, lamps, plants, coffee tables, end tables, like you name it, I own it. Okay. I have like 20 couches and 10 dining tables. Like I own all of these pieces of furniture. So people who hire me hire my design, and I come in and I stage your house and you keep it for a contract, and then I come in and take it away. So this stuff has become overwhelming, and it's hard to pay for a place to store my stuff when I can barely afford to pay for a place to live, right? So I've been juggling that. And business has been okay. I'm not saying it hasn't been good, but it's been okay. Could it be better? Yes. But where I live is a smaller community. There's probably only about 150, 170,000 people who live here. So this is not a huge community, and not everyone can afford to stage their house to sell. I get it. I totally get it. But lately, Spirit has been sending me some mini towers when it comes to my staging business. And they're coming in this form. One form is, I would say over the past 6 weeks, I have been really struggling to get people to pay me. I provide a service, I send you an invoice, and it's very clearly laid out in the contract that the payment is due upon receipt of the invoice. And I email the invoice usually right after I stage or the next morning, okay? And for 2 years, I was getting decently paid, like 4 or 5 days I would get paid. But the past 6 weeks, I have had to chase and chase and chase to get paid. These people are benefiting from my designs and my furniture rental 3.5 weeks, and the contracts are only 30 days. Now, I extend the contracts if you want to, but that's obviously an additional fee. So for 3 weeks, I'm chasing you for money. Oh, sorry, yeah, I'll get it to you. Oh, sorry, I didn't see the invoice. Dude, we've worked together a few times now. You know how this works. I've recently taken on 2 new clients the past week. Same thing. I'm still chasing for money. I'm still chasing that man for money. And now they're ignoring my phone call and they won't respond to my email. And I get stuck in a bind because my stuff is already installed there, right? So it's like, well, I can't just walk over and get it, Anyway, I digress just a smidge. So financially, I have been struggling to get people to pay me. And the part that hurts the most is you put me in such an awkward place, and you're devaluing the service that I provided by making me beg you to get paid for work that I've already done. Like, let's be adults, okay? The second set of mini towers that Spirit is sending me when it comes to business is I'm falling down. I physically move. I have help, but I physically move the furniture myself, right? I can't afford to pay anyone yet. So when I design, I come up with a plan, and then I write out everything I need, and then I go through a checklist and I pack it all, right? And I'm doing 3, 4, 5 rooms in houses, right? So it's a big truck full of stuff. So, and there's like bins of like decor and candles, and I'm very detail oriented, right? So I stage with like little cupcakes made into towers. Like, it's very well staged, but that takes time, right? And this past winter, Spirit just keeps making me fall. I am not a clumsy person. I don't fall down, okay? I don't fall. But a couple of days ago, I was carrying a bin and I slipped on some ice and I hurt my hip. Okay, I fell down. I was like, okay, well, I fell down. I was carrying a couch off of the truck with my helper, and I slipped and fell backwards off of the ramp of the truck, and I fell down, and the couch landed on my knees. Okay, I fell twice. I'm like, this is weird. I don't usually fall. I was unpacking the truck and putting stuff away one day, and I dropped the bin on my toe. Okay. So now I've fallen, and I've dropped something. I'm starting to go, wait a minute, what are you doing? And this is all on top of me having to chase people for money, okay? So Spirit's like, here's some financial towers. Here's some, physical towers. Here's some stuff coming up at you. Then all of a sudden, I had the truck all packed for a job, and the client canceled the night before. That hasn't happened in the entire time I've owned the business. Not one person has canceled. And I was due to stage at like 10 a.m. and they canceled at 9 p.m. and the truck was all packed. And the way I pack the truck is I pack it for the job that I have so that when it's empty, I can put stuff in for the next job, right? So you canceled this job, but I have this job. So now I have to take all of this stuff off that was supposed to go on assignment and repack my truck. Okay, Spirit? Okay. Well, a week ago, my truck broke down. It just stopped working. I had invested money in an old, delivery truck, like those big cube van things. I was really proud of myself. It was all painted black, and she's been fondly nicknamed Black Betty, and everybody loves Black Betty. And when you see Black Betty coming up the street, everyone knows it's Jen. It's like, okay. She was just like, I'm tapping out. I'm not going to work anymore. We're done. So I had to pivot. And I have pivoted to using my family's skidoo trailer on the back of my father's truck. Right? And all of a sudden I just start to feel inadequate. Right? So I'm chasing people for money. I'm falling down. The truck breaks down. And 2 days ago, I had packed the skidoo trailer with my bins of decor. And when I pack up my decor, I bubble wrap it, right? So I have to make sure it doesn't break. Well, I took a bin out of the back of the skidoo trailer, and 3/4 of the stuff in it was broken. It was bouncing, the skidoo trailer would bounce more than my cube van would, right? Even though we pack things as tightly as we can, it just bounced and everything in it broke. And I took the bin and I could hear the broken items, and I sat on the edge of the trailer and I just cried. I cried because I thought, okay, I hear you. You can stop sending these mini towers now. I hear you. So that was just last week. So this past week, I have ramped up the content for this channel. And the reason I'm doing that is because I know that that's what Spirit wants me to do. I have received guidance and messages just from, I pull cards for myself when I talk to Spirit sometimes. And that homemade deck that I have, if you've seen some of my other videos, I have a homemade deck of 240 channeled messages. And I have been pulling the same one, I shuffle, and the same ones are coming out. You're working too hard. Start a new adventure. A new city and country is calling you. They're repeating the same messages that I was already understanding. The good news is, they're also telling me that I'm aligning with my soulmate, so we got that going for us. I have been single a very long time because I wanted to work on myself first, and I've done some really deep healing, and I have aligned with the version of me that is ready to receive my divine counterpart. And I have no idea if he's watching this video, but why am I going to say this? I'm just going to say this. I know who you are, and you know who I am. So you don't have to hold back anymore. You can just message me. Okay? Anyway, side note. So the good news is I'm aligning with my soulmate. The news that I have to settle with is these mini towers have all compounded to make me go, okay, I think I'm going to have to walk away from my staging business. And I'm getting like a lump in my throat because I have worked so hard to build that. But I am reconciling the fact that I built a business from scratch. I operated it for 3 years and I had some success. I don't see failure in that. So thank you, right? Like yes, was it a success? Was it a 10, 20-year business? No, it was a 3-year business, 3.5. I've reconciled that, and now I'm like, okay, I can mourn that, and I can move on. I have become really good at alchemizing, and just, I'm not going to sit in that. I'm not going to sit in it because it's very clear to me with these mini towers what I'm supposed to do. And I'm feeling called more and more to work in street spirituality, to work in spirituality with you. So I have ramped up the content, and we'll see how the summer goes. I mean, I can't fully walk away from my business just yet because I have to make money, but I think that's what the messages are. And it coincides with the first part of my story with the moving. Spirit doesn't want me to have a job that anchors me to a certain place. And when you put all the things I just said together, it makes complete sense. I am aligning with a soulmate, but I believe Spirit has been preparing me for the past few years by helping me become an entrepreneur. Now they're helping me become a creator so that I can live and work anywhere in the world. Because intuitively, I feel like my soulmate and I are going to travel extensively, and I will move with him. And listen, for all the feminists out there that are going to freak out and be like, don't change your life for a man. I'm not. I'm aligning my life. And that life happens to align with a life of a soulmate. And we're going to go forward together. I know I'm not meant to stay here. I know I'm not meant to stage houses anymore because the physical part of that business. Can I design houses? Interior designers can live anywhere. Yes. Can I stage houses anymore? No. Because the physical part of it, the tangible product that I need, anchors me to a certain place, and Spirit doesn't want me doing that. Spirit has also brought me through my spiritual journey with all of these nuggets of information because I'm not meant to just store them under a lock and key here. I'm meant to give them to you. So, I need a drink. It's water, by the way. Those are my mini towers. And like, you're getting this message in real time. These are mini towers that are happening to me right now. So, if you are experiencing any mini towers, think about them from a different perspective. Try not to get caught up in how irritating the towers are, and think about them from pretend you're spirit, or pretend you're your higher self looking down and going, girl, guy, this is for you. Like, this is what you should be doing. This is where we need you to go. This is what we'd like you to do. Perhaps if you're meeting something with a ton of resistance, like the staging just feels like resistance now. Like, I just feel like I keep hitting a wall, and it's true. Spirit's like, here's some towers, mini towers, because that's the resistance that I'm hitting. And I got it. I know what they want me to do. So as I said, if you are experiencing any of those mini towers, your team, your guides are trying to get you to look at something differently. And in order to do that, you have to tune out to tune in, okay? You have to tune out other people's opinions, what's happening, and you have to think about what's going on. Like a big tower is a job loss. Okay, well, maybe they gave you that job loss. Oh, there's my little sparrow. Squirrel. Maybe they gave you that tower because that was a soul-sucking job that you're not supposed to do anymore. Or maybe someone broke up with you last week, and I'm sorry for that, and it is hard. But it's probably because that person wasn't in alignment for you, and you're meant to either be by yourself right now or free up space in your life for something different and more energetically aligned to come in for you. So, yes, large towers, mini towers, those are just some examples of what can happen. I mean, clearly these are my personal mini towers, but you may be experiencing your own set of towers. Just breathe your way through them. Sit with yourself. If you like journaling, write them out. For me, it was just, all I had to do was think about them. And I think about them without distractions. Like I don't have my phone on, I don't have music on, I don't have the TV on. I just sit for a minute. Like I just sit over there and I'll be petting the dog and I'll be like, okay, well, why is all this happening? Oh, I get it. This is why this is all happening. Okay, so you'll come to that realization. There's a quote that I absolutely love that I want to close with. I'm probably not going to get it exactly right. It says, if you want to know where your heart is, see where your mind goes when it wanders. Like, how beautiful is that? And when my mind wanders right now, it wanders to this space that I've created with you. It wanders to my soulmate. It wanders to traveling with him. It wanders to experiencing life in a different country with him. So, yeah, that's where my mind goes. Where does yours go? Thank you for having this Jenspiration conversation with me. Your time and energy is so appreciated. Every like, share, comment, and subscribe means so much to me. The other day, I saw my subscriber count go up and I cried. I haven't even hit double digits yet for subscribers, but I cried because I thought there's some people out there who feel like I'm helpful, right? Or who feel like this is a safe space for them, and that's all I want to create. And if you found this channel and it's not for you, then I wish you well on your journey as you move forward to find a creator who is. So, the link for the previous tower video will be down below. I have a podcast if you're interested in that, and I also own a spiritual life coaching and kind of spiritual guidance business that I will leave the link for as well. So thank you, and I will see you next time. Bye, 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 bye.